Team Sneeb are the perennial underdogs of the Snapshot VR Master League circuit. Fearsome gunfighters, they regularly find success on the fan-favorite Snake Maze wildcard map. Sneeb are without a doubt the people's champions, winning hearts and minds with their now infamous signal, the Dirty Bird. Forged in the ashes of a championship team, the Mean Girls arrived late to the season and features two brand new players to Snapshot VR. The Mean Girls got off to a rough start, losing two back-to-back games. But the all-time undisputed KDR leader, Shiva, isn't accustomed to losing, and it's never wise to anger a god of destruction. The serial thrillers feature some of the longest tenured Snapshot VR veterans, playing since the early days of the beta. Vrihas is a venerable elder of the community. He stepped up in a big way to keep the team active this season. Aiden is a wild card who can win one-on-threes. Whiplash is a veteran paintball player who can more than hold his own. And Evan, the youngster, able to make himself nearly invisible on the field at times. The Phantoms are currently ranked number 2 in the league, but they're hungry to take it all home. Cicillo and Chillstep have really stepped it up since joining the team for Season 1. Joined by veterans from the preseason, Desi Fox, Aztec Fighter, and Nuglo, the Phantoms are strong contenders for the championship this season. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has had an absolutely explosive season, featuring an all-star lineup of veterans.
All right, folks, we've got to jump right in. We are here in the Snapshot VRML Championships. You can hear the gunshots in the background. It's going to be explosive today. My name is Noman with a 4. I am joined today on the desk by my good friend Nightfire. How are you, Nightfire?
I'm excited for these series. You know, I get to dip my toes into a lot of different VR esports commentary, and Snapshot is one that I like watching. You know, I'm excited that we do have the casters that have jumped in and been casting the matches that they have, but a lot of those casters are playing. Tickle-me-Elmo, one of the primary person that brings you these matchups, and Shiva, both in here. They'll be gaming it out, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to watching these series, watching these teams duke it out. It's the 5 teams in the VRML, and you know, obviously number 1's getting a bye, and we're tuning into the first matchup here in just a few minutes. And again, I'm just excited to watch these teams duke it out.
Yeah, it is going to be a fantastic series. As you said, this is going to be a 4v4 double elimination bracket. We'll take a quick look at the bracket itself here. You can see the lineup coming at you today. We are tuning into Mean Girls versus Team Sneeb in this first matchup, and the teams are already in the lobby and pretty raring to go, I would say. So let's go through the bans really quickly. We've got the bans plugged in and ready to go on the Mean Girls side. We've got the World Cup 2020 map out of the rotation, and on the Team Sneeb side, they have opted to get rid of Get Wide, one of the rotating maps. So the initial map that we're going to be playing on, let's get that up on the screen, is going to be MPPL 2020. So, as you know, this is a best of 3 matchup for every matchup that they play. It is going to be first to 5 in score. And I think we are basically ready to get into the action. So let's join the teams. Let's get all of this set up, and let's get underway for the Season 1 Championship Finals. Let's go.
Yeah, one of the things I like before we dive in, I want to talk about these teams, about the maps, is that these maps are pulled in from, in some case, like a lot of the maps in this are handcrafted by the developers specifically for these tournament events. And so, you know, they have the VRML brand in front of it. They're pulled from all kinds of different, they're influenced from different professional paintball maps. And, you know, again, when you tune in, just make sure you're putting in the frame of mind that this is a paintball game. And yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's do that. We're starting a little bit early here, but that's all right. The teams will understand that we're getting into it when they're on the field and ready to go. And we are on the map for the first matchup here on MPPL. And immediately off the break, 2 players out for Mean Girls right at the home Aztec. They're breaking wide to Doritos. 1 pick going out the way of blue team, and we're down into a 1v1. Shiva versus Jesse, and Jesse, Tech Boy, the developer of the game we're playing, manages to score the first point for Team Snreeb, and a quick bit of action there to get us started.
Yeah, and that's what you kind of expect in these matchups. There's certain elements in the game that try to limit those instant trades out the gate, but these players are so good that they snap their guns right up as soon as they're pulling out, and you have these trades right out the gate, and already we're into a 4v3, and a pretty good move coming up here from Myra as he pushes up through the barrel. He's taken out by Shiva. A nice pick from the Dorito there, denying that push up. But in the meantime, mini can coming up there. Gepik swinging left, and Shiva again shuts that down. A great double from Shiva. He's denying the entry here, and we're into a 1v1.
Yeah, Shiva, an excellent player. The top KD does manage to find the shot over the Aztec at spawn, and equalizes the score here. A 1-1 and a fantastic 3v1 for Shiva to start off this series in round 2.
Really nice job. We'll see what the rollout looks like here coming in from Shiva. I want to see if he tries to pull something similar here and get over to the Doritos. And yeah, you see him dip quickly over to that left side. He prefers those Doritos, and it seems to be a good advantage point to hold while the rest of this team can kind of push up. You see Take Patty pushing up here through. Elmo's also crashing in, and they have full control now of this map, and they're stuck. Tech Boy's trapped behind. Finds one. Here comes the push from Elmo on the outside, and Elmo with a great flank completely catches Tech Boy out.
Yeah, it was a great series there. A lot of pressure coming out from the Mean Girls. That first round, I think, put them on the back foot a little bit, and they've had to really start applying the pressure heavily. That Shiva save was pretty huge.
One thing you also may be noticing is they're swapping sides every round. It adds that variety in the plays and the rollouts. The maps are asymmetrical in a lot of ways, but it still varies your strategy when you roll out. Still, though, Shiva picks up with the Dorito, and this is the strat that this squad likes to play with. Take pushes up, Elmo pushes in. It's going to take a counter to this strat to really figure out what they want to do, and they are countering it. You can see the lines here coming in. A good line there was picked up by Daka, but as he goes down, that opens up entry through the center. Myra tries to push in, but Shiva's getting on an aggressive swing again. Finds 2, finds 3, looking for the 4th over on that Aztec, and can't quite get it as the whole team pushes in for the surrounding. And yeah, that's going to be another point.
The pressure by Shiva from that Dorito side absolutely dismantled that tucked in play there by Team Snreeb. I mean, they just were not expecting Doritos. Once they lost home, there was really nowhere for them to go, and they got surrounded, trapped, and eliminated. And let's pop into free cam here and float around as we get into our 5th round underway. Team Snreeb does have a good break. They've got the Dorito coverage. Tech Boy out in the center, trying to make his way out into mid. You can see these new mechanics. We saw Tech Boy showing off the slide and showing off the lean there. Some really awesome mechanics added in this season of Snapshot to allow for a little bit more technical coverage. Now it's a 3v3. Gepik going down in the center to the Dorito swing. Now here's Shiva again on that Dorito push into the middle. Now it's just Dakaroon left, and the swing comes out. Shiva, the kill leader both globally and in this match, it would appear. They pick up their 4th point. This is going to be map point for Mean Girls if they can get this this next point. Team Snreeb struggling a little bit. That they found some success in that first round, and have not been able to find it since. We'll see if this will be their final curtain call for map 1. A nice pick on break there as two go out. Shiva and Shiva and another, and now they're stuck here on Temple. The shots ring out, do find one in Doritos. Myrat now swinging out. Here comes the push from Kamikaze. Is he going to find this pick? He's trapped on the inside. Not enough room behind the can to protect his legs, and we're in a 2v2.
Yeah, it was a really nice answer back to the rollout that they had been sending Shiva on every single time. But TechBoy's tunneling here on this full tower. There's the reinforcement from Gepik on the backside, but it's not enough. The pinch comes through, and now the pressure continues to be applied. Gepik sliding into the W, but can't quite dodge the aggression of Elmo as he swings out to find the kill. That's going to be map 1 into the hands of Mean Girls pretty strongly.
That was a really good series and a solid fight back from the Team Sneep side, trying to hang on to that final round, but just not really able to find any purchase. And that is going to make it a 5-1 for this final map. I'm sorry, for the first map here. We're gonna check in with the teams here as we swap to the next map, so hang tight. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back into the game. The map is Snake Maze. That is going to be map number 2. Teams are ready to go. You can hear the gunshots. You can barely hear me over them. And let's kick things off. Nightfire, for map number 2. Mean Girls versus Team Streeb. It's gonna be a good one. Teams are very excited in there. We'll pop in with them at the end of the map maybe and have a little conversation with them. This is a Team Streeb favorite, the Snake Maze. Obviously a very chaotic map, and Shiva finding his demise as the first pick in map 2. That is going to be really good news for Team Streeb, but it won't be good news for very long as they lose 2 immediately on that left side, and now here comes the push.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about Snake Maze is this option to kind of stealth your way up through the map. He tried to crawl his way undetected along the side, but I think Elmo was over there to eventually pick him up. He had to shoot, and then the whole team was on it. They were going to circle around and hit that button. If they do, that's the round in their hands. And so, yeah, the Snake Maze, such an interesting map. One thing to note is that you can vault. You know, one thing I really do like about again, in terms of mechanics that's been added over the course of seasons, is that players can vault over these mazes if they want, if they're trying to go for an aggressive push up through the center or something like that. But I imagine on a map like this, that's not necessarily an option very often. A lot of you have to really get your thighs going and crouch down to find the angles. Tech Boy's got a nice little angle here, though.
Him and Shiva have been in this battle for a while. It's a nice little peek over towards that snake side by Tech Boy to find one pick. He's looking for Elmo as well. It's the 2 kill leaders for this side. Rat does not find Elmo, and Shiva with the pick in the center does clean it up, and Mean Girls will be moving on to the 3rd round here. So something to note, we will not be playing the 3rd map. So if this goes the way of Mean Girls, that means that Team Streeb will be losing their first matchup. It is double elimination, so they do have another chance at redemption in the lower bracket. And a nice little pickup there from Elmo, and take that to grab 2 picks right off the top. And it's now a 3v2.
And you can see Elmo vaulting up here through the center, getting aggressive, applying the pressure here. Tech finally able to shut that down, but not before Shiva swings around through the outside. And again, just good teamwork coming in here, if anything, from this Mean Girls squad. They are all working well together to apply the pressure. They have that sort of team mindset of moving forward, and they're always they have certain strats for certain rollouts, so they're very much prepared for any map that's getting thrown at them right now, is at least what I'm seeing here. And Team Snap having a tough time even getting out on the rollout here. You see that early kill coming in. Myret able to stay tucked in and duck down. Tech Boy still looking for something, is able to find one over in the corner. Maybe they can mount a round here.
We're seeing Gepik going around the outside, trying to be sneaky. This didn't work out for him in the last round, but we'll see if he's able to find. I wonder if Elmo's going to be prepared for this little sneaky play. A lot of pressure coming out over the middle as Myrat pushes up on that outside snake. And here comes Gepik with Elmo on the corner. It's a full trade out, and it's now a 2v1 with Team Streeb able to finally get the pick there as Jesse, Tech Boy, the man with the plan, secures the first point for Team Streeb here in map 2.
Yeah, nice little flank there on the edge to get that 1-for-1 trade, then it puts them into the 2v1. That was the first time that Mean Girls had really been pushed back and forced to stay on that backside and out of spawn, and just a good job to work with that advantage push forward. We'll see if they can get another good rollout here. No, there's Myra down early. That has really been plaguing the Team Snrev rollout more than anything, as they lose at least one early, and it puts them into that 3v4. Now they're into a 3v2, excuse me, as they did trade 1-for-1 there.
Tech Boy's under so much pressure. Shiva opting for the swing out, runs into Gepik. Elmo, meanwhile, does find himself dead after a nice little long pick by Tech Boy, and Shiva sending those rounds down. A full trade out. Now it's Gepik, and take that in a final battle here. You can see the 1v1. I don't think they know where each other is. Yeah.
Gepik is really tucking in here. As he stands, there's the shots coming in to take, slides down, but as the slide ends, he pops up for just a moment and gets tagged there. Almost a bit of a comeback started there, but Mean Girls answering with a round, and now they're just they're at match point here. They just need to snag this one, and they'll have the series too.
Will indeed, and it's been a fantastic series at that. This Mean Girls squad putting so much pressure down. They're losing their kill leader, though, in this round. A perfect start for Team Sneeb as they try to get out of that center area. They've had so much pressure in the center that they've only really found success when they were able to get wide, and there's another pick going their way, and we're going to see if Team Sneeb can fight back here as Kamikaze and Take That both have to deal with 3 remaining members. A full trade there for Dakaroon and Kamikaze. Take That going out to Myarat on the push, and Team Sneeb staying alive.
Hanging in this one, and that's the kind of a difference, I suppose. Just the 4-3 rollout there, where they got that early trade, and we'll see if they can just kind of keep that up. If they can just play it maybe a little bit safer out of the gate, not necessarily maybe even go for that early aggression. They seem to be doing just fine in the mid game of these rounds, so maybe that's the strat they'll try and stick to here as we do get into our what could be again match point for Mean Girls if they can just take this one. No one going down early on either team here, and everyone just looking for an early pick.
Clean break there, and there's the first pick going the way of Mean Girls. It is a 4v2 now, as that's Tech Boy going out in the center, and now the pressure is going to come in. Gepik and Shiva meeting on the inside. Myarat does manage to scoop one up, making it a 2v3. Gepik doesn't know Shiva's on the backside. The pressure comes in, and just like that, Mean Girls nab that final point. And we'll take a look at the KDs here on the board before we dive in. Tech Boy, for Team Stream, does manage to, 9 kills, 1.8 KD, a pretty solid start for him there. And Elmo and Shiva, obviously the kill leaders. Take That, the kill leader there with an 11-3 scoreline as well. And a great series by them here in that second map. Let's go check in with our guys at the end of this round. I'll get the scores in, but let's ask them a couple of questions. Hey guys, that was a fantastic series. So we won't be playing the third map, obviously. It's double elimination, so no need for a map 3 decider. But how's that round feeling for you guys?
Very good.
I wish every map was Snake Maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wild.
That was a really, really good series. The kill leaders there, Take That. I mean, what was what found you so much success in that map there? 11-3, a fantastic.
So, it's funny because this is actually my first season playing this game, but I play a lot of real life paintball. So what it was a lot of practice getting the edge of the trajectory right on the edge of the bunkers. So even though you can barely just see the top of their head, if you can get the shot right on the edge, you can just clip them. That's what I did on a lot of these.
Wow, that was
the Z grip, the unorthodox
The Z grip.
Yes, the Z grip.
Paintball or VR, so we're shit out of luck.
I am the only one who plays like that.
That's really good stuff. All right, we're gonna get our next matchup going here in a second. So we're gonna throw folks to a brief intermission, but we'll see you guys in the Discord, and those of you in the Twitch chat, we're gonna get set up for our next matchup here. So if, before we bounce out, let's take a look at the standings again here. So you can see we just wrapped up this Mean Girls with a 2-0 sweep by the Mean Girls, and it looks like Phantoms and Serial Thrillers is ongoing. So we'll get those standings updated. But in the meantime, we're gonna throw it to a relatively brief, it'll probably be about 5 to 10-ish minutes intermission, and then we will be back with more Snapshot action in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back with round number 2. It's going to be getting underway here in just a few minutes. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot versus the Mean Girls that we saw in that first round, Nightfire. We've got the bans up on the screen. Snake Maze is the one taken out by Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Mean Girls opt to ban World Cup 2010 this time around, and the first map choice from the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot side is going to be Spain 2020. So we've got everything all set up. Let's take a look at how the bracket has shook out so far. So you can see there the scores all updated. We've got Team Sneeb and Phantoms playing in the lower bracket right now as well. And Serial Thrillers is waiting on their next match based on the results of these. So we are waiting for everybody to pile into the lobby here. And that first match was such a good series. We got to see basically everything that this game has to offer. We saw the crazy integrated mechanics, right? The leans and the slides, and the advanced technical movement. We saw a lot of great pressure from the Mean Girl side. We saw Team Sneeb really trying to fight back and stay in that game and having a hard time. Mean Girls really putting up quite a fight, Nightfire. Now, you coming in here, as a relatively new caster for the Snapshot team, what was like your favorite, part of that series? Which part of that match did you find to be the most enjoyable?
Well, it's just the coordination that you can see evident in the teams. The Mean Girls had a specific layout they liked to stick with out the gate there on that first map. They'd send one to the Aztec, one up the middle, and two sitting on the very back, and it was working very well for them. They kept doing that rollout until eventually it was disrupted one time, and then they continued to sort of stick with what was working for them, and came out on top with map 1 pretty easily. Map 2 was a little bit closer, but in the end of the day, it was still a dominating performance, really, from Mean Girls. They now do go up against Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, who is... they did have that bye, and they are the top ranked in the ladder. So they are a team that is not going to be... This matchup is not going to be as easy for Mean Girls as it was just a few minutes ago for them. So they're going to have to come in with maybe a little bit extra focus when they go up against Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. And I'm curious to see what they'll be able to do. I want to see what Whiskey Tango Foxtrot coordination looks like, because if Mean Girls was any indicator, I mean, they're ranked 3rd on the ladder, so they're not even... I guess they're in the top 3, which is certainly respectable, but I want to see...
4th. They're 4th.
Are they 4th?
Yeah,
oh,
4th
wow,
in the
yeah.
standings.
So even then, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, I think, has only lost 1 game this season.
Yeah, 10-1. 10-1 on the season, yeah.
This series, I'm expecting to see some pretty commanding performance from WTF.
Yeah, WTF has some players right at the top of the kill count board. For example, Checkmate, the acting captain for today, 77 kills in the lobbies that we had tracked. He's going to be one to watch out for, a 1.45 KD overall, and we've got some really strong players in this matchup here. This Mean Girls squad is relatively new. The players are not, but the team is new to the season. They only played 3 or 4 matches, so this is kind of like their little Challenger Cup run for the finals. So they haven't had a ton of practice time. They haven't had a ton of field time in this season, but they've certainly proven themselves to put up a very solid fight. We are getting folks filing into the lobby now. It looks like we are just waiting on the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot team to pop into the lobby, but once they are here, we'll be ready to go. In the meantime, we'll go to our little brief intermission, and we'll jump right back into gameplay as soon as all of the players are in the lobby. So don't go too far away. We'll be back as soon as the action kicks off. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're ready to go. You can see all 8 players in the lobby ready to go. Mean Girls versus Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Let's hit that start button and get ourselves going in this matchup here. In round number 2, the first match for the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot team as they had a break in this 5-team challenge. And we're off to the races, Nightfire.
Yep, out the gate, a tough rollout coming in here for Mean Girls, trying to swing out on their left side and getting instantly denied by a great line that was taken by Mutiny and Fab. A quick little pickup there from Take That up through the middle on Bushido. That was a very important pick because that crash was coming in, but now it's a bit quiet across the field. I don't really even know where the rest of this team is. I'm not even sure.
Checkmate. They're stuck behind that Dorito, having to deal with Take That and Shiva. The pressure keeping him tucked in. He couldn't swing out wide enough on that start. And losing those 2 in the middle was pretty detrimental.
Yeah.
A good start, but they weren't able to keep it rolling here as they lost 2 at home. And we'll see as the side swap. Apologies there for that scoreboard. But see as the side swap if they can keep the scores relatively even here. A nice clean break there. Nobody lost on the break. Shiva putting that pressure down towards the snake side and 2 going out. Take That and Tickle-me-Elmo both down and out in this second match series. And now Bushido on that push through center. It's not working out for him. He's been down twice there. Fab going down on the snake side. It's going to make it a 2v2.
Yeah, and they've got an interesting cover here. They are actually covering the push lanes in this 2v2 quite well. Shiva is going to go for a swing around Aztec while shooting, so that's going to be a bit of an indicator of his position. He is able to get around 1, finds the kill. Shiva can't connect. Oh, does trade actually on this side. That's going to get another point into the hands of Mean Girls, and this team on a bit of an upset right now, up 2-0 against WTF.
Yes, Mean Girl squad cannot be counted out. Again, Shiva, that kill leader, Tickle-me-Elmo as well, a caster and a kill monster as well. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot's definitely got their work cut out for them here on Spain 2020, the first map of this series. And out on the break, Tickle-me-Elmo going down, and that's Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with the first advantage they have. And another one, Kamikaze in the middle. Gets spotted out by Checkmate. Now here comes the pressure in the middle. Bushido and Checkmate pushing through the shots from home on Mutiny. Does find one on the cannon. Shiva going down on that cross. A really nice coverage by Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Really, the suppressing lanes there were really, really good. They had the elevation set up. They had the players identified early, and not a lot of range of motion for that Mean Girls squad in that third round. And now we're into round 4.
Yeah, the rotation over to the snake got them a great angle, and this push up the center does not work out well for this team of Mean Girls. They are now up against a 1v3. Bushido continues to apply pressure up through the center. This time it pays off. Shiva able to crash down, slides through the Doritos, picks up 1, looking for the double over the top, and now he's getting pressure on both ends. Finds Fab, but can't get Mutiny. Yeah, almost comes back there.
He gets a nice little trade there, long distance. But yeah, he was going to have pressure on that Dorito side no matter what. I don't know that he would have been able to deal with 2. But that is the first time that center push has really worked for Bushido in this series so far.
Yeah, also the first, that center push definitely not working for Mean Girls. I wonder if they're going to try and go with a similar rollout there. They do actually invest 1. Take That doesn't commit up through the center, though, and Kamikaze has himself in a decent control position. They're in a 2v4 now. Kamikaze tries to swing out. A nice lane held there by, I believe, that's Checkmate in the back. And Checkmate and Fab just trying to cover each other's sides, not allowing for the side push, but that center is open for a swing up, and Take That is maybe going to be able to find a lane here.
Tickle-me-Elmo and Checkmate knocking each other out. Long range from the snake side. Now it's Shiva and Fab. He's got the pressure from Take That, but he gets caught in the arm as Shiva manages to scoop up another point for the Mean Girls there on a nice little cross. I mean, he was stuck at that temple pretty much the whole game. The pressure was coming in at all times. They knew who they had to lock down, and a nice swing by Shiva will find another point for Mean Girls as they are still up on the series against the favorite Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. See how this break goes. Shiva out early on the swing out towards Doritos. Oh man, and that middle's just not working out for anybody as they've lost 2 now. Tickle-me-Elmo, the last one left. The pressure from Bushido and Mutiny is just too much to handle on that Snake side, and they're going to equalize with a 3-3.
Yeah, and I think what we've seen maybe here is WTF adjusting to the initial rollout that they've been seeing. They're finding success coming up through the center, at least on that side. Bushido has been denied pushing up through the center every time they've been on the side they're on now. So maybe a round can be scooped up here. Maybe the map can, the match point will be put up in favor of Mean Girls. We'll have to see as they do have an interesting bit of a roll. I think it's 2v4 now. That's not ideal. Oh, quickly the double gets scooped up, and WTF again with the aggression up through the center from Bushido. Find another round.
You can see those lanes, they were so well placed, and that's what they want. They want that pressure from the mid to finally work out as the first round in maybe 3 or 4 where they were able to stay alive on break and get out into the middle, try to get near the cans, try to get near the boxes, and get that pressure down into home, keep them locked in. And again, we lose 1 on break for Whiskey Tango Foxtrot as Bushido swings the middle, slides in, but Shiva ready on that corner, able to scoop him up. And now the pressure is going to be all on Mutiny here as Elmo keeps him tucked in at the temple. That is going to be, not enough for him. And now Checkmate's going to have to deal with Take That. Take That does make it past that pressure fire. And Checkmate left all alone as Kamikaze swings, finds 2, takes out the 2 in mid. He's got Shiva left. A fantastic double play there. And Whiskey Tango Foxtrot trying to secure this final point. Shiva playing for keeps here. This is to keep them alive in map 1. The pressure comes in. He just misses. Checkmate applying the pressure. Isn't going to be able to unseat him at the temple, and there it is. Checkmate going down. A shot to the arm as Shiva holds on and gives Mean Girls their tying point. Now we're into match point, the last point here in this first map, and what a series it's been already.
Both teams getting a chance at this match point. We'll see if Mean Girls can take one away here from WTF. It would certainly be a surprise, I think, to the community if WTF didn't come out on top here in this series, but they haven't been able to connect out the gate here in this match point. Oh, there's finally a trade out on Dorito as Shiva tries to swing wide, and they're losing more on Cake. Take That's going to get flanked. There's a huge pickup from Tickle-me-Elmo, though, and the tides have turned quickly. A quick shift there. Tickle actually finding a double there. It allows Take That to push up through the center. Fab has to cover so much ground. And this is a good push coming in from Mean Girls. Fab's going to have to save his team in a 1v2.
Yeah, this is all coming down to the wire. He peeks up over the top. Doesn't manage to find the shot on to Take That, but there it is. Tickle-me-Elmo on the swing through the snake. Does manage to secure the round for the Mean Girls, the underdog favorite of the underdogs. They were the favorite here, but Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, absolutely clawing tooth and nail for that map, and I have no words. I mean, what a great series, that double play on the second to last round, and securing it. Shiva just able to hold on long enough to get them that tie point, and that's what it came down to. Shiva definitely the MVP of that series. We'll pop into the scoreboard here so you guys can see where we're at score-wise. Spain 2020 going the way of Mean Girls. We're going to pop to a quick intermission as we set up the second map. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The map is going to be Get Wide, the choice of the Mean Girls here in map 2. And the teams are ready to go. We're ready to kick things off. So let's get ourselves into this second map, ladies and gentlemen. I am pretty excited to see what shakes out as we get into the gameplay for map number 2.
It's interesting that Mean Girls picked this map when it's literally developed by a player on the other team. An interesting choice, but out the gate, a quick double comes through. They do answer back with a nice tick up. Tickle-me swings wide and gets a nice trade there, and we're into a very fast 1v2. They haven't even really pushed out from their spawns yet.
Yeah, it's been a lot of pressure from home and really good play there from home by Checkmate. I think he picked up 2 or 3 of those kills. I mean, he found Elmo on one side of the map, turned around, got Pick on the other side, and just like that, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is up. And, you know, to your point on who created the map, it's such a small map, and because there's so many players, just because you made it doesn't mean you're going to be the best at it. You know, it's all the team tactics. It's that suppression and that lane holding. But these teams are so good at Bushido. Not having a lot of luck on break. Tickle-me-Elmo going down to even things out a little bit as the pressure now trying to mount on the Snake side as Mutiny looks for the head of Take That. Not quite able to find him. There it is. The leg shot coming in. Shiva and Kamikaze. Now just Shiva as Kamikaze picked up from the W at home. And Shiva not able to withstand the pressure of 3 players. And that's going to make it a 2-0 scoreline here for Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, definitely showing their control of this map. I mean, it's so far not very close. They've been finding those picks on the break. They've got the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, they just have been doing a great job of holding down these lanes and preventing those breaks from even rolling out. There's a quick double again out the gate, and here comes the push. Bushido likely to lead the charge as he comes up through the center undercover. Everyone reinforcing that lane, and you can see the pick comes out as they try and challenge Bushido. They're instantly tagged, and that's the beauty of, I think, high-level Snapshot, is that it's to your point, Noman, it is very heavy teamwork based. You're not, if you lose one, you lose coverage of a substantial amount of the map, and I think that is what's obviously hindering Mean Girls here on this map. They just are instantly down into 3v4s.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to have a good clean break. When they had good breaks in that first round, they were really able to get set up nicely, and keeping Bushido out of the middle was a big part of that play too. Now out for the Mean Girls side, and first equalizer trying to come out there as Kamikaze finds one at the home temple. Now he's on the Snake side, putting the pressure on Fab. He's the last one left as his buddy gets picked up in Doritos, and Fab with the nice headshot over the top of the Snake is going to make it a quick 4-0 here in map 2 for Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Mean Girls stumbling a little bit, but you know, again, this team they're playing is top of the pops, only losing 1 in the regular season. We're gonna see if Mean Girls have what it takes to try to scrap back here, or if it's gonna go to a map 3 decider, the first of the series so far. Shiva the first one out for the Mean Girls, and they're into that 3v4, that dreaded 3v4 Nightfire was talking about.
Yeah, as you can see, as they lose coverage, the lanes open up. Snake available. The W taking control of Bushido, and now he's pushing up onto that side. Everyone charging in. You can see the shift around in Mini has like a nice shift, really, from Tickle-me-Elmo to avoid the pressure, but it continues to come through, and that's a 5-0 map 2 for WTF, and I feel like that's maybe more what we anticipated in this series, considering the rankings. Mean Girls now going to have to take, well, both teams. We're taking this to a best of 3 map 3 decider, and I want to see what kind of teams we get there. Are we going to get it back and forth, or is it going to be another WTF sort of steamroll, so to speak?
Yeah, it is going to be an interesting series from here on out. But we're going to get the map set up and be back with everybody for the map 3 decider of this round 2 matchup between Mean Girls and WTF. Stick around, we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got our third map up on the board there. World Cup 2020, the final map choice as we get into the third map decider in this Mean Girls Whiskey Tango Foxtrot battle. Let's get it underway, and let's find out which one of these teams advance on. So, this is going to be, again, double elimination, so this would be a first loss for either of these teams. They'll have to go down to the lower bracket and fight their way back up. And the pressure coming in already on the break. No picks early. Kamikaze, the first one going out, tagged in the shoulder there. That's going to allow Shiva to push up through the Dorito and take that. Not able to last at home. Bushido and Shiva having some contact in middle there. Shiva winning out that trade. Mutiny, the pressure onto Shiva, and it's just enough. A fantastic start for that Whiskey Tango Foxtrot squad.
Yeah, and you know, the variety of these maps is so fun to look at. This rollout, just a completely different world than the other map before it. You have all kinds of cover in your initial spawn point, so the early trades are really down to where you want to go. Do you want to try and extend out to Mini Aztec? Do you want to push out to Cake? Are you trying to get to W? What is the strat? And you can see that's what the lane coverage is all about. It's covering these tight shoulders and these tight lanes, and it makes it hard for this Mean Girls team to even roll out at all past their spawn. It's just a really good setup from WTF, and another commanding round there. Bushido and Feb both left alive on that one, and now they're up 2-0.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at that Bushido push up the center. He does manage to basically find 3. I mean, the pressure is so heavy through that middle, not able to deal with him quickly enough, and he finds 2, the one assist from a teammate there on the left-hand side in the center at home, but really nice play out, and 2 out immediately for Mean Girls. Shiva and Tickle-me-Elmo, the last 2 left, and as I say that, it's a 1v4 as Shiva unable to withstand.
Yeah. It's rare you see a not a panic, but just they don't know what to do. At this level, most oftentimes, the players have an understanding of how to move, in what cases, where to go, and Shiva was just completely caught out by an overwhelming force pushing up there. You can see him almost throw his hands up and disbelief at how many people are shooting at him. But yeah, we'll see. There's finally a trade that pays off at least 1-for-1 for Mean Girls, so maybe they can kick this off. They also scoop one up in the backside, but Bushido is still charging forward. Gets one, can't get any more. That's a good lane held by Elmo, and that's the round.
Yeah, he really applies so much pressure up that middle. When he wasn't effective on it in those early rounds, that's when we saw Mean Girls really taking charge. But if they let Bushido through, and the coverage for Bushido from his team is really, really good over his shoulder as he makes that approach to the middle. Once he gets there, it's just so difficult for them to deal with it.
Yeah, and I mean, look how fast the rollout is here. Just confidence in the coverage of his team's lanes. Bushido charges up and charges forward. Shiva goes down to that central push as Bushido comes in, and now they lose everyone on the edges. Now we're at match point here for this
WTF squad, yeah.
Yeah, WTF, sorry, Blake. They're really doing good these last 2 maps.
Yeah, they have absolutely held down. I mean, we saw Shiva there not even able to leave the spawn box. You know, the coverage, their lane coverage is just so solid that they can't get out wide on break, and Mean Girls already losing. Yeah, it's just 1. There it is. Shiva at home, not able to be dealt with, and Elmo. I mean, that was just systematic dismantling of that Mean Girls squad. WTF taking a commanding 5-1 victory here on this this third map. What a series it was. And let's pop into the scoreboard. You can see the final scores here for this map.
Well, and you know, I think the thing to point out there is that map 1, that really was an upset. You know, Mean Girls to take a map here off of WTF is, I would say, probably a surprise to a lot of folk tuning in. You know, WTF had that bye. They've, again, not lost a single, only lost 1 series all season. So for them to even be on the back foot, you can clearly see that they refocused in these last 2 maps and brought in that competitive strategy that they're known for. And yeah, 5-0 and 5-1 there.
Yeah, really, really solid 2 maps for the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot team. Let's check in the voice channel here. How's everybody doing? Oh, looks like they're all ready to go. They're not even in here anymore, Nightfire. They don't want to talk to us. Well, if they're gonna go get set up, then we're gonna go set up. We're gonna go set up for our next cast. Make sure the brackets are updated or so. And 5 or 10 minutes, we'll be back with the next matchup. So don't go anywhere. We'll be continuing on the Season 1 Championship of Snapshot VRML in just a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot versus Serial Thrillers, Snake Maze, and Get Wide, the bands from these two teams. World Cup 2010, the first map, and we are ready to get things underway. The teams, you can hear them shooting their guns in anticipation and excitement. Nightfire, let's kick this round off and get ourselves going with some Snapshot Season 1 Championship Round 3 action. So we've got the lower bracket playing for their spot potentially in these finals, but we'll see how this one shakes out, as this is the first time these two teams match up. Nice even break there. Bushido trading out underneath that middle arch. Bushido's so strong in the middle, you know?
Yeah, it's a solid rollout coming in here. We'll see if Feb can find the connection he's looking for on that cake layer there. They're trying to get rid of, who is it tucked in over there?
Switch, yeah, chill switch on the snake side at Cakes. He does make it out wide into mid, and now the pressure is going to come in on the backside of Fab, and Checkmate's going to have to watch himself as well. The shots ring out. He does manage to find the leg as Checkmate swings out wide from Tall Cake. It's caught underneath the middle, and Mutiny and Fab are left with Aiden here as a 1v2 develops. And this pressure on the Dorito side, there's just not enough coverage as Mutiny able to find the shot over the top there in a long first round of this first map.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Serial Thrillers and how they've been playing today, they won against Phantoms, and Phantoms beat Team Sreb 3-0. So, I mean, you'd have to think about the tiering, so to speak, here, at least in this tournament here today. And, you know, Serial Thrillers certainly able to compete against WTF if Mean Girls was able to take a round off of them. I think it's certainly viable that Serial Thrillers could at least take a map here off of WTF, and they are doing, well, they were rolling out okay, but they've quickly lost control of the center, and now Evan and Aiden are tucked in and being fully suppressed.
Yeah, this is a younger team, this Serial Thrillers team, but no less experienced. Aiden does manage to scoop up the pressure from the snake, but this Dorito's just not going to offer him enough as Bushido charges the middle, his favorite playground, that middle, and does manage to trade out for the win there. Going up 2-0 for the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot team. Serial Thrillers on the back foot here in map 1.
Yeah, we'll see how Serial Thrillers put this one together. They are going to hopefully have a better successful rollout here. And yes, they do. There's the early pick that they needed. They were not able to secure that at all in these last 2 rounds, and they were consistently on the back foot. Now they can apply the pressure up through the center. And we'll see if, again, Shek and Fab and Mutiny can hold on this backside. They've done well this round already. There's a good pickup from Shek as they do. Oh, no, the swing out wide. There's 2 down as they try and extend to the edges. They don't find much success. A nice trade up through the center from Grihas. And maybe something gets strung together here from Serial Thrillers. We're into a 1v1. 1v2, excuse me.
1v2, yeah, this Checkmate. Fab pressure onto Evan. On this Aztec, he swings out, but he's not going to be able to find it. Apologies there. I know did not transition to gameplay there in those first 2 rounds. Hopefully our voices told you exactly what was happening. But we're back into gameplay now. Yeah, you got to do it at least once in every championship. Am I right, Nightfire? It's the way she goes sometimes. Apologies. But we're into a 3-0 now. We'll see if Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has what it takes to sweep this 5-0 on these Serial Thrillers. And they start off right as they find one pushing out towards the snake, and there's Bushido on that middle charge, but he does get caught out underneath the archway. A nice little pick there from Evan as he peeks out and finds the leg. Mutiny under pressure. Grihas again, this arch playing such a huge factor in this round as Mutiny finds the evening kill there, and him and Aiden are engaged. Evan being knocked out, and now the pressure on this Dorito. This is not where you want to be, stuck on the home Dorito. And there it is, Mutiny with the nice push. He just had nowhere to go. Fab was going to find him on that snake side, even if he was able to trade with Mutiny there.
Yeah, I think he may have had coverage from that big cake. He could have potentially worked around it, and they've been able to battle on that side, but can't find that first kill to get control of that cake. And switch sides now. See if WTF put up another one. It is map point for them right now, and no early kills out the gate. They've been consistently finding the advantage. As I say that, there is that advantage shifted into the hands of WTF. 4v2 now as the edges get peeled apart.
Yeah, Greenhouse on the Dorito side going out. Evan lost on the Temple. Now it's all the pressure onto Aiden, and a clean sweep 5-0 for this Whiskey Tango Foxtrot team. What a first map there. I mean, are you surprised at that outcome based on what we've seen so far?
No, but it really was a commanding first map there from WTF. 5 very quick points into their pocket. No answer back, even mounted at all from Serial Thrillers. And we'll see what map 2 holds, but if I'm Serial Thrillers, I'm not sure what the solution is here.
Yeah, they had a tough time on break there, so that we'll see if they can find it in map 2. And while we get set up for map 2, we'll throw to a quick intermission. We'll be right back, and we will try not to miss around this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a quick setup, easy peasy with these teams today. They're all ready and raring to go. Spain 2020 is the map for map number 2, and we are ready to get underway. So let's get right on into it. Make sure we're on the gameplay scene as well, and let's kick things off here in map 2. So Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with the 5-0 sweep in map 1. And now they're looking to secure this second map and secure their spot in the grand finals fight. As we get underway here, and a nice swing out there. They get a perfect swing out wide. Mutiny getting caught out in the middle, though, is going to give Serial Thrillers a nice early advantage. They've got to hold on to it, and they've got to deal with Bushido in the middle.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think the proper choice is to pick a map that you can control the center with, and Aiden and Evan don't have control over the center. Bushido's allowed to run wild there and finds the triple at the end of the day, but I think you have to kind of pick almost against the strength of WTF, which is controlling the edges out of spawn and then charging up through the middle with Bushido. And if they can deny that as a strat, then that's going to be the play for them here on this second map. But clearly there, once they lost control of their edges and lost control of the vision in through the center, Bushido had his play.
And he's got to pick right off break there. Again, that charge up the middle. Now he's got control. He's on the inside. They've got two tucked in again. Evan and Aiden on that center can, just not able. They just can't get out of the spawn. I mean, Bushido with that pressure, and they get just wide enough to be able to keep the Doritos and the Snake relatively clear, right? They never really make it into the midfield, and from there it's really just a little game of cat and mouse until they find their shots. An excellent play there by Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah, Bushido getting robbed of the ace by his teammate. I'm sure he can complain to him later about that one when he looks at the footage. A nice edge kill there, preventing the swing out to Snake. They were trying to commit to it to deny Bushido from pushing in through the center. There's a triple for him again. On fire here on this map number 2. Absolutely dominating up to the center of the map. WTF not allowing any points to come through here from the likes of Thrillers.
No, they are absolutely not. And it's that center control. And a lot of these maps are about that center control. And they're just so good at getting it right out the break. You can see immediately the swing out. They make it to the outside cam, the outside temple. Checkmate does go down. Bushido does not have that fire over the top of his shoulder, but it doesn't matter as the pressure comes in. He finds one, but is instantly traded out as Aiden picked up from D2's on the outside at spawn. Now it's a 1v2 as Fab puts the pressure onto the center. Mutiny can swing through Doritos, try to hit 50, see if he can deal with it, but he just runs, right into the crossfire lane of both Fab and Mutiny there. And it is a 4-0 situation here for Serial Thrillers. They could be knocked out without putting a point on the board. A very dangerous situation. We've seen crazier comebacks, it's absolutely possible. We'll see what they can put together here, but they need to have a clean break here, and that is not what they want. That might have been a team kill, actually. I'm not 100% sure. They did lose one. Bushido going down in the middle. Chill Switch is now out, and it's all up to Aiden, who now has to deal with the pressure from the snake side. Mutiny on the Doritos. He's at 50. The pressure comes in. It's just too much. And the shots ring true for Whiskey Tango Foxtrot as they charge into their 5-0 victory on map number 2.
You just see Aiden panicking there, fully suppressed, trying to cover 5 different angles really around the edge there and just couldn't do it under the pressure. Great coordination from WTF, locks them in another series, and this is a team to dethrone. This is the team to beat here in these finals, which we are very close to.
Yeah, we are absolutely the closest we can be to finals. Let's check in with the teams that are still in here. All right, really good series, guys. Yeah, really good match, boys. Any final words before we get set up for our finals run here?
Just looking forward to finals.
Yeah,
everyone watching should make sure they get this game and play with us because it's super fun.
Yes,
especially if you play real world.
I absolutely agree with that sentiment. It's been a fantastic. It's been a fantastic set of casts as well. So, all right, we're gonna get ourselves set up for the next match. Don't go too far away from where you are. We'll be back in just a few moments. All right, the long break is over in the lower bracket. This is the lead up to the finals, not the lower bracket finals yet necessarily. You can hear the gunshots of the excited players in the lobby, but we're ready to go. The band World Cup 2020 from Mean Girls, Get Wide from Phantoms, in Spain 2020, the first map. So let's get underway because these guys are just ready and raring to go. And let's make sure we're on the gameplay scene. Don't want to miss a second of this action. See how this Mean Girls squad deals with the Phantoms. We haven't seen the Phantoms play just yet, so I'm interested to see what kind of strategies they bring out. She'll step here holding the mid. Oh, I think he just got team killed. Looks like Aztec shot him in the back. That's not what you want to see on your first round as Phantoms dealing with this Mean Girls squad. And Aztec himself finds a little bit of pressure from Shiva on the Dorito side. Nuglo, the only one left at home. He's got to swing wide, but there's 4 guns downrange, and he does not have the firepower or the position to deal with any of them.
Yeah, and I mean, again, you got to think Mean Girls were able to take a round off of currently one of the teams seeded in the finals. So I anticipate them to come in here pretty determined. This is when the pressure's on. This is when your backs are against the wall. You've had 1 loss on the books, and if you lose another, you're done for the season. You're out of this tournament. I think if you lose here, you also are out of any sort of prizing. If you do win, at least in 3rd place, you'll get some Viveport subscriptions. But if the team that loses here, they're out of that potential prizing. And Mean Girls, with a commanding 2nd round, are looking to probably run away with map number 1 here.
Yeah, that snake side push was excellent by Elmo. They kept the pressure on, had one in Doritos. It was the right positioning and the right timing from them. They got those 2 on break as well. We'll see if Phantoms can stay alive on break this time as they get into the 3rd round. The pressure's on. No one lost early. The temples are controlled. She'll step up in the 50-ish area there as Aztec swings out to Dorito, slides, doesn't find the cover he needs. He will be the first player out so far. And it's pretty quiet in terms of mobility right now. Most of the map relatively tucked in. Take that. Does not manage to stay alive for long at home, and the trade will come out on Aztecs. The last one at Cans at home, picked up by Shiva at D3, and that is a 3-0 lead here for this Mean Girls squad.
Yeah, Phantoms just got picked apart there systematically. The shots coming in, and it was looking good there. Like you said, it was quiet on the movement front, but everyone was just sort of holding angles, patiently waiting on the hunt for any sort of scrap of an elbow, a side on the edge, looking for any sort of advantage. And eventually, it came into the hands of Mean Girls, and now Mean Girls again in a 4v3 lead. Scratch that 4v2 as they get rid of more and more. This Phantom squad cannot even push out of their spawn, and the minute they do, they're quickly caught in a hailstorm of fire. There's a decent pickup from Nugalo, but it's not enough. In a 1v3, he goes down.
Losing that early player on break, as we've seen throughout these series, is almost a death knell for a lot of these teams. You can't have the coverage that you need, and so these breaks are so important to get into position. And I see them double stacking quite often here at home, either on the can or on the temple, and it's not really been panning out for any team that I've seen do that so far. And there's another one lost on the break for Phantoms immediately into a 4v2 as another one going down on the Aztec side. Now the push comes at the Snakes.
Yeah, and it almost feels like a Mean Girls versus WTF game, where Mean Girls, when they were against WTF, could not really get out of spawn on those last 2 maps. And Mean Girls are just really shutting down Phantoms from being able to get out onto the edges. They cannot get control onto that mini Aztec. They can't get to Cake. They just don't have that option to cover through the center, and so the push keeps coming in, and Mean Girls is doing a really good job on this map to lock in a dub and take it 5-0.
Yeah, an excellent first map. Mean Girls absolutely dominating on the charge there, and we're gonna pop in with them, get set up for map 2, and be back in just a couple of minutes. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with map 2, Mean Girls versus Phantoms. All right, quick and easy, 60 seconds for the map choice number 2. It's going to be Snake Maze, as you see there on your screen. The team's ready and raring to go. Nightfire, let's kick it off and get ourselves into this Mean Girls Phantoms matchup. Can Mean Girls put up the second 5-0 of this championship series, or is Phantoms, they have something up their sleeve here? And this is such a different map from what you normally see. A nice little slide there in the early pickup. 2 pickups as Elmo going down at home. Now it's a 2v2 as they've evened out a little bit. Now we're getting into the quiet phase of Snake Maze. Nuglo there almost getting caught by the bullets of Shiva. I don't think Shiva knows he's there. He's just putting the suppressing shots down as they go across the map. And here it is, take that, getting caught out by Nuglo, and a nice shot by Aztec Fighter. And, you know, Phantoms had something up their sleeve.
Missed that one, but we'll get you on round 2.
Oh.
A solid rollout there. And the thing about Snake Maze that is different is that you do have to stay crouched, tucked in. The rollout not necessarily is easy to be picked up on, and you just see that there's not necessarily those instant pickups that are coming through this time for Mean Girls.
Yeah, they're having a lot more success on these early breaks and finding the shots over the top. A quick equalizer there, a full trade out on this this left snake side, and now it's all just pressure onto the middle. Nuglo's all the way worked himself up into basically the spawn. It's Shiva who's now under pressure at the can. Nuglo's got to tuck in. He's hearing the shots on both sides. He's pushing up the inside. Is Shiva going to find him? That's one going out. And now the trade, it might be a buzzer. It might be a buzzer hit. He's going for the button. Is he going to find it first? He does. And he's just too short. Nuglo not able to get that kill or that buzzer in time. I mean, he was up there so early, but just that Shiva suppression was keeping him from, from getting up onto the button nice and early.
Yeah, fun little base race there. The first one of the tournament. Maybe not our last. We'll see if we have another. We're closing in on the semis and finals. And like I said, the team that gets eliminated here is out of this tournament and out of the money. So neither one of these squads wants to go down. Phantoms fighting for their life here. They've lost that first map, and now Shiva's looking to get a little bit of a lead for his team. Mean Girls find one. He finds the double. That's going to be the round. That's 2-1 into the hands of Mean Girls.
Yeah, an excellent play there by Shiva. Does manage to get out wide nice and early. Finds that pickup on 2. And just like that, they're up 2-1. But again, I mean, when Phantoms doesn't lose that early player on break, they have been competitive on this map. It certainly is a choice. As they said, a fan favorite choice. People love to see the old Snake Maze map on the Twitch channel. And they have been finding the success they need on it, but not in this particular round, as Aztec going down out in the middle, and now it's a 4v1 with just Nuglo remaining as Shiva swings out. Now ready for Nuglo. He puts the pressure on across the map on the 50s. The swing coming out. He doesn't have many options for movement here. Yeah, he's got 3 on all sides, and Mean Girls ticking those points up. Now a 2-point lead for them here as they get into the 5th round.
Not quite to match point, and Phantoms not quite out of this one yet. They've managed to do much better here on map number 2. Getting it off with that early lead, and we'll see if they can tuck in and start things off nice here. That's a very good early pickup, a good double pickup there. Now a 4v2 with Tickle-me-Elmo whittling away one at a time, finds one, finds the second. Now it's a 1v2. Elmo doing a good job of keeping his team in it, but it's not enough, and Phantoms survive yet again. It is not match point yet. They're trying to keep this thing tight, and they're trying to tie it up here.
Yeah, what a really fantastic series. I mean, a little statistical note, Shiva's kill leader in the tournament so far, at least up until the last round. He had 35 kills. He is currently at the top, so a big mountain to climb, a hill to climb for this Phantom squad dealing with him. And getting him out early in that last round, I think, really helped them deal with that pressure he puts in on the outside. A nice 1-for-1 trade there. Turning it into a 3v3. Chill Step not able to duck at that home snake in time as Shiva and Elmo both managed to find their kills on that pressure in the middle, and they're staying tucked in. I think that's helping them out.
The ultimate pressure moment here coming onto the shoulders of Serial Thrillers. They are going to have to win this round here. They have to win all of the rounds here to push this to a map 3 decider, or they are out. This is match point for Mean Girls.
And that's exactly what they want, that early pick. It's a 4v3. Mean Girls taking the advantage nice and early. Nuglo definitely in danger as he's got the shots from Elmo and take that over the top. Shiva swinging out wide here on the snakes on the right side. He is going to find Aztec. He's not ready for him on that temple spot. Now it's just Nuglo and Sicillo, but now there's only one left. Sicillo does manage to scoop up the one at home. He goes out wide. He doesn't get behind the snakes in time. And just like that, Mean Girls up 5-2 in this second map, and they secure the map and the series.
Yeah, solid job there. Couldn't quite tag Elmo. If he had, the transfer was there for the double, but Phantoms, excuse me, I said Serial Thrillers, I think, are out now of the tournament. They have been eliminated. And the worst case is Mean Girls can take third place. We have that matchup coming up next in just a few minutes, so you're not going to want to miss that. But we are quickly nearing the final few series of this game.
I'll be watching.
All right, folks.
Let's jump into my room.
That was really good. Really good series. Good games, everybody. We're going to get set up with the next matchup here, and that is going to be Serial Thrillers versus the Mean Girls in the lower bracket final. So we'll be back in 5 or so minutes once we get that lobby set up, and don't go anywhere. There's plenty more Snapshot VRML Season 1 Championship coming at you.
Team Sneeb are the perennial underdogs of the Snapshot VR Master League circuit. Fearsome gunfighters, they regularly find success on the fan-favorite Snake Maze wildcard map. Sneeb are without a doubt the people's champions, winning hearts and minds with their now infamous signal, the Dirty Bird. Forged in the ashes of a championship team, the Mean Girls arrived late to the season and features 2 brand new players to Snapshot VR. The Mean Girls got off to a rough start, losing 2 back-to-back games. But the all-time undisputed KDR leader, Shiva, isn't accustomed to losing, and it's never wise to anger a god of destruction. The serial thrillers feature some of the longest tenured Snapshot VR veterans, playing since the early days of the beta. Brihas is a venerable elder of the community. He stepped up in a big way to keep the team active this season. Aiden is a wildcard who can win 1-on-3s. Whiplash is a veteran paintball player who can more than hold his own. And Evan, the youngster, able to make himself nearly invisible on the field at times. The Phantoms are currently ranked number 2 in the league, but they're hungry to take it all home. Cicillo and Chillstep have really stepped it up since joining the team for Season 1. Joined by veterans from the preseason, Desi Fox, Aztec Fighter, and Nuglo, the Phantoms are strong contenders for the championship this season. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has had an absolutely explosive season, featuring an all-star lineup of veteran paintball players. Their tactics and laning have helped define the meta for the entire season. A dominant force for weeks, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot recently managed to lose their first game. Could this be a chink in the armor, or will it fuel them to push even harder in their quest for the cup?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. The intro played all the way through. Big shout outs to Tickle-me-Elmo for putting together that amazing content highlighting all the teams participating here today. But we don't have to wait for very long to see more Snapshot action, because you can hear the shots behind me. The teams are ready to go. We're ready to go, Nightfire. Why don't we kick things off here on Spain 2020, the first map of this Serial Thrillers versus Mean Girls matchup here as we get into the lower bracket finals.
Yeah, some opportunities for some early trades here out the gate. And you may see some, yep, there goes Greenhouse down as he tries to squirt around to the edge. Center control taken here by Mean Girls, and this is a great start for them. Curious to see if Kamikaze will be able to continue this push. They try to get out from the position they're tucked behind, but this cake is just, it's not going to be an ideal position as the team continues to swarm, and Kamikaze throws in from the center, catches one, and just like that, we're into a 1v1. Trades coming through. We're still on the wrong scene. We'll get you gameplay in a second.
Gosh darn it. You know, sometimes buttons don't work when you want them to. My apologies. But we only missed one round. What is that, 5 rounds we've missed? That's not bad. I'll allow it. All right, we're into the second round here. Good night. Yeah, streaming is hard. Thank you. Thank you, Giant Scam. The developers of Snapshot. They know streaming is hard. All right, the pressure coming out early. One on the break there for Mean Girls. Exactly what they want to try to normalize this a little bit. They lost the first round of their last matchup as well, and then went on really to sort of control the rest of the match. See if this is the turnaround they need.
Good pickups there. Elmo with good control of Snake. Doesn't allow the rotation to come through. Evan goes down, and Aiden's going to try and swing wide here because the pressure is coming in from Snake heavily. Has to get that pick on the edge, and he does, but doesn't dip around into cover in time. And actually the trade there on the edge does tie this up one apiece.
Yeah, that is what they want on that start. They need to keep 1-to-1 here. We haven't seen a lot of back and forth trading in these maps. Only a couple series, I think 2 series so far, have gone to like a 3v or 3-5 or a 4-5 scoreline. It's been a lot of one-sided action, and as we get closer in these finals, we should be seeing a little bit more contact. And there's the 1-for-1 trade. Another one going out. Now we're in a 3v2 as Mean Girls have the advantage. They've got this control from spawn. Take that, swinging out to the snake side. Shiva holding that big can in spawn. Kamikaze keeping the pressure, and it's Evan and Aiden. I mean, they have been the last 2 remaining in almost every single map that we've seen so far, and now just one as Aiden tucked in behind the temple, not able to deal with the pressure from the snake. And he is down and out. That is a Mean Girls 2-1 lead.
Yeah, it was a good hold position. He had the right idea that when he was being suppressed on the right to shift to his left, he almost had that double opportunity, but because that coordination was so in sync and they had one short and one wide, Aiden had to tuck back in. He couldn't afford to commit to fighting either one. And just a good job of teamwork there from Mean Girls to get them that round. When you have these 2v1s, that's what it really takes. You have to be in sync. You have to be pushing at the same time. Snake control up here now into Mean Girls' hands as they do take out that crossover onto that side. And Aiden able to refrag a little bit here. They got a kill back on that back end. Elmo's fully suppressed, and the push not able to come through in a bit of a holding pattern. His lanes are held.
Yeah, he's going to have to go wide on this snake, but Grihas has that line on him. Is Kamikaze going to be able to deal with Grihas as he swings out? He's on the D2s. He gets picked up, and Evan goes out as well, leaving just Aiden on that last temple at home, but it's not enough as Shiva with the cross map from D4 able to pick up the last kill, and Mean Girls extend their lead to a 3-1 now.
Yeah, nice job there from Shiva to switch wide there, get over into the Doritos and threaten that whole defense that was tucked in behind those Cakes and Aztecs. Really nice job there, and we'll see if we get an aggressive up the center push again from Kamikaze. And yeah, look at the rollout, instantly taking control up through the center, but is picked off, so maybe not exactly what they're
ready for him this time. The D2 working out for Grihas as he pushes through the shots from Temple all the way to Cannon spawn for Mean Girls, brings them down to a 3v2 now. And we'll see if Elmo can deal with this pressure at the snake. The W position really strong as Chill Switch finds 2 and secures the second point for that Serial Thriller squad. And now we're seeing it, right? Now we're seeing these back and forths. Definitely Mean Girls under a lot of pressure. The breaks have been pretty clean so far. We haven't seen a lot of, 1 or 2 picks on the break yet. Maybe 2 so far in this map.
Yeah, we'll see if we get a clean break here, and it does look like it's a pretty good setup. Coming in, Greenhouse able to swing very wide to the Cake, and he has great control up through the center. Kamikaze can't get up where he wants to, and the push is going to be coming in on this Dorito side. And Haas, there's 2. Can he find the third on the Shiva on the back Cake there? He's looking for it. He's putting out that fire, and he has a clean line to continue this push.
Shiva does manage to scoop up one. Greenhouse gonna be under pressure here in just a second. That snake side push does not work out, and now Shiva, the last remaining member. Grihas crosses that 50 line, gets the pick onto Shiva and ties things up here. 3-3. We've got ourselves quite a lower bracket final shaping up here, Nightfire. I'm hoping it goes to a third map decider. That's what I want to see. I want to see these teams duking it out on these maps. And we didn't talk a lot about how bans are affecting this either. We've seen some pretty common maps banned. There's definitely been a good bit of strategy there as Grihas goes down on that outside. Cake Kamikaze with the center control. Doing a really great job on holding that. They've evened it out now. It's a 3v3. Shiva has to cross mid, but he's got himself into a bit of trouble here. There's a lot of pressure coming down from Evan onto this mid. Chill Switch as well on that Aztec on the inside. Now here comes Kazi through the mid. He does find one on cans. That's going to make it a 2v2. Chill Switch absolutely pinched there. Nowhere to go, leaving just Aiden at home on the cans. Shiva swinging out towards the snake. Take that at the box on 50. He runs out wide. He does not manage to get shot just yet, but Shiva does find the pressure, and the shot does land as he pushes up to their W there and gets that nice pick cross map. He didn't have a lot of places to go. I don't know that the Dorito push was where I would have gone. I mean, there's not a ton of coverage on that side, and he knew he had one in mid. But overall, a really well-played round by Mean Girls to keep control, and now they're on map point here for map 1. See how the break goes. They find one on break.
Aiden just dodging that bullet, but it tags his teammate behind him. The push coming in fast from Elmo on the snake. Manages to find one, but he is quickly refragged. They ID that aggression and shut it down, and it's all up to Shiva and Take That. We're into a 2v2.
They've got a good little setup here. They've got to be careful with this snake push, and Take That was going to cover it, but the temple play by Aiden, perfect line of sight. The slide not working out. Shiva manages to get the pick, but refragged by Grihas quickly and easily, and we're in a tied series here in map 1.
Match point for both squads coming up here. Map point, excuse me. We'll see who takes it. This is, I believe, Serial Thriller's map pick, if I'm not mistaken. And so definitely one that they'll want to take back here from Mean Girls. They had the lead for a while, but now it's anyone's game. The rollout coming through, and an early pickup on Tall Aztec finds one. Kamikaze taking control of center again and catches one in a trade. That's worthwhile for them, and they're into a 3v2 here for Mean Girls.
Yeah, they had those shoulders picked up on the outsides of the temples. They just couldn't get into position fast enough, and now Serial Thriller's on the back foot. Elmo going down to the snake, does not land the shots onto Evan. Take That, now applying the pressure on that home temple. Shiva with the cross map shot's going to be swinging out to D3, pushing up to D4, does find the side of Evan, and it's a 1v2, as now he's going to be applying that pressure from the Doritos. Aiden doesn't really have anywhere to go here. He's just going to have to hope the shots land. He swings out wide. Shiva looking for the picks. He does manage to find both players, and a fantastic play. Let's take a look at that in the full screen replay. Look at this push. Puts the pressure on Shiva, tucks him in, right? Then he goes for this swing out wide, finds one, then immediately looks over to 50 and nabs himself a pick onto Shiva. You can see his excitement there as he got into the winning bracket here for map 1. What a fantastic first map of this lower bracket finals. We're going to tune in with the teams, figure out the second map, and be back before you know it. Alrighty, we are back with map number 2 queued up and ready to go. MPPL 2020 is the choice for Mean Girls for this second map. All the teams are ready, the modes are on, the guns are up, and we are diving into our second map. Now, let's get underway as we get into this lower bracket final second map, Nightfire. I don't want to cast or curse it. I don't want to ask for who you think's going to win, but, I feel like this Mean Girls team is starting to struggle a little bit. Oh, and as I say that, they find 3 on the break.
There's the rollout instantly. Mean Girls just shutting down the Serial Thrillers squad. That was a round for the books there.
I cast or cursed it. I cast or cursed it instantly.
Hey, I mean, the map, we talked about it. The map changes so much on how you roll out, what you can afford, and just great coverages of the extent of those edges there, of those lanes, preventing the push out. This time the trade favors Mean Girls again. We're into a 3v3 though, as that refrag comes through on the Dorito.
And they did finally manage to get somebody up in the middle. Kamikaze going to be putting the pressure on the temples here. And, I mean, most of the Serial Thriller squad is trapped there. Take that, going down on the can. Kamikaze down in the middle. Now it's just Elmo v3 as he picks up the side of Chill Switch there. He swings into Snakes. He's on the first cake, but over the top of the snake comes the shot from Aiden. And there goes that round in the favor of the Thrillers this time. And we're back into our punch for punch, you know, our blow for blow that we expected to see in these later games.
Yeah, you know, we are swapping sides, but they're asymmetrical, so the only difference being the snake's on your left or right. So what's your comfortability, I suppose, when you dive left or right? And that's the only really separator here. Out the gate, Serial Thrillers up 4-3. A nice pickoff there on that Dorito edge, not allowing the swing. Grihas has control of the edge. Snake was being applied. Heavy pressure. Evan able to catch one through the center. Down go Mean Girls. They are on their way to losing this and taking third place. Serial Thrillers want another go at WTF, and that's what they'll get if they can take another 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, they are on the charge now. Mean Girls absolutely on the back foot. I think it's the second time they've been down so far in this series. We'll see if they can fight it back on this point. They've got a good little setup here. The double stack on the home Aztec works out as nice cross map shot there coming in, finding one, making it a 4v3. Elmo again up in the Snakes, again found over the top on that cake, and he's just not finding any luck there. Take that. Going down on the can. Grihas trading out on that back Dorito, and now it's Shiva versus Aiden. He's got the pressure help from Kamikaze, and they're pinching on both sides. Here comes. Can he deal with it?
Oh, he gets the trade on the edge, but the surviving member, Kamikaze, gives Mean Girls the round. Tied up 2 apiece here. Mean Girls not letting this one go just yet. Serial Thrillers putting off a good battle, though, and out the gate, we'll see if Serial Thrillers can again apply pressure up through the center. Evan's been doing a good job of getting picks in the middle, taking control of that sector for them, but it's there that he can't execute forward once he gets those initial picks. And after taking Evan out in through the center, that's going to be a big element gone for this Serial Thrillers team.
That's a great break for them, and the trade coming in evens it out to a 3v3. It looks like Mean Girls right now kind of have the advantage. They've got a little bit more center control. Chill Switch here could very well get caught out as Greenhouse going down on the D1. That's going to allow Kamikaze a lot of pressure here on the Snake side as he rolls out, does find Chill Switch, and now the pressure coming in onto Aiden. He's got to rotate. He doesn't have enough time to get into cover, and Kamikaze will secure the third round for that Mean Girl squad.
This is what you expect when you get into the semifinals of a VRML tournament, of a championship here, and just a great bit of back and forth here. Textbook team execution. They're reading and adjusting off of these plays. I wonder if Evan's going to send it up through the center again after being shut down earlier. And you can see he's a little bit slower out the rollout, but does push up to center cake. A nice early pickup for Serial Thrillers, and the pressure can be applied.
He's got no coverage on the inside there, and they've had perfect control of the center. Grihas now at D4, pushing up the 50s. They've got one in mid, but Elmo actually picked off all the way from Temple in spawn there. What a great push. They really had to systematically clear the center of the map there in order to be able to get that pressure applied, and Elmo just not able to get out wide early enough. I think he's a little snake shy after those couple of rounds where he was picked off at the Snakes. We'll see how this goes as we're in a tied series.
Yeah, apologies for any technical issues on my side. No, we have to go ahead and carry this out, but geez, what a great bit of back and forth.
Yeah, it has been a fantastic series so far, and that's, I think, the longest we've gone without a pick, and it goes the way of a trade, making it a 3-3. Aiden here on the D1, the pressure coming in towards the middle. Evan and Kamikaze pretty close to each other. Elmo really just kind of tucked in, applying that pressure, not allowing the cross on the side. Kamikaze gets picked up, but Chill Switch not ready for Shiva on D4 as Evan pushes up and through, and the shot's ringing out. I don't know how they missed each other. Evan swinging out wide. Is he going to run into Elmo? Elmo not ready on the swing. He's got 2 to deal with. Evan pushing out on the side. The trade will come in, and that is going to go the way of Serial Thrillers as they charge to a 4-3 lead here and potentially able to take the entire series away from Mean Girls.
Jeez. What a fantastic performance from them. And now they're going to go up against the likes of WTF again. And I got to wonder what their mindset is, right? Because they had a tough go when they got pushed down into the loser's bracket after playing WTF.
Yeah, there was a pretty commanding lead by that Whiskey Tango squad. And we're early into this series, only 1 pick out, but Kamikaze getting caught out. It's a 3v3. And now this is looking bad for the Serial Thrillers squad. They're all tucked in middle. Evan able finally to get out in the middle here. Does pick up. Take that. And now it's Shiva and Tickle-me-Elmo, the kill leaders for this squad. As Elmo picks up 1. Evan on the inside. Not able to get the shots onto Shiva, but the trade comes out. Elmo alive and able to get that point for the Mean Girls squad. And we are in to a tied match point series here on the second map. This is the squad. This is the squad that needs this to go to a 3-map decider if they want to stay in it. Otherwise, it will be Serial Thrillers challenging that Whiskey Tango Foxtrot squad in the finals. And Mean Girls does manage to find the pick at D1. Shiva going down to D1 as well. Evan with the nice pick onto the middle. Kamikaze here does manage to scoop up Aiden there as well, but he crosses into the shots of Evan. We're into a 1v1 as Tickle-me-Elmo goes down. And there it is, the Serial Thrillers able to secure that 5-4 victory. We went 5-4, 5-4 both times, and a great matchup between these two teams. Commiserations to Mean Girls, but they played a hell of a series.
Wow, Mean Girls locking in that 3rd place for Season 1. Certainly nothing to sneeze at. They'll get that 3-month Viveport subscription for all of their players on the team. A decent value there. I mean, a great value, truly. Viveport offering more and more games these days to be able to play. So I highly recommend going checking that out. They are a sponsor for this season, and we really do appreciate them coming in and supporting Snapshot VR. It's been great to have them on board.
Yeah, we're going to check in with the teams here real fast. All right, great matches, everybody. Really fun to watch. Mean Girls, anything to say on your 3rd place placement here for the fans at home?
I mean, that's a great show out for coming in during the middle of the season with 2 fresh VR players. Yeah.
For sure, yeah, you guys played a great match.
So, I mean, hey, we got some wins, we got some kills. We came in here and
were you the last?
beat some people up. It's a little disappointing, but
did a great job. That was what a match. 5-4, 5-4. And Serial Thrillers, are you ready for this rematch in the finals bracket?
Yes, we're gonna be as ready as we can be.
Hey, good luck, boys. We're
I
cheering
love
for
it.
you.
Thank you.
I love hearing that. Love seeing
we're
it.
not cheering for them, but
All right, we're going to get set up for this final right now. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, the favorites, the monoliths of this league, going up against the Serial Thrillers that you just saw there, eking out a win against Mean Girls. We'll be back in 10 or so minutes with this grand final.
Team Sneeb are the perennial underdogs of the Snapshot VR Master League circuit. Fearsome gunfighters, they regularly find success on the fan-favorite Snake Maze wildcard map. Sneeb are without a doubt the people's champions, winning hearts and minds with their now infamous signal, the Dirty Bird. Forged in the ashes of a championship team, the Mean Girls arrived late to the season and features 2 brand new players to Snapshot VR. The Mean Girls got off to a rough start, losing 2 back-to-back games. But the all-time undisputed KDR leader, Shiva, isn't accustomed to losing, and it's never wise to anger a god of destruction. The serial thrillers feature some of the longest tenured Snapshot VR veterans, playing since the early days of the beta. Vrihas is a venerable elder of the community. He stepped up in a big way to keep the team active this season. Aiden is a wild card who can win 1-on-3s. Whiplash is a veteran paintball player who can more than hold his own. And Evan, the youngster, able to make himself nearly invisible on the field at times. The Phantoms are currently ranked number 2 in the league, but they're hungry to take it all home. Cicillo and Chillstep have really stepped it up since joining the team for Season 1. Joined by veterans from the preseason, Desi Fox, Aztec Fighter, and Nuglo, the Phantoms are strong contenders for the championship this season. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has had an absolutely explosive season, featuring an all-star lineup of veteran paintball players. Their tactics and laning have helped define the meta for the entire season. A dominant force for weeks, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot recently managed to lose their first game. Could this be a chink in the armor, or will it fuel them to push even harder in their quest for the cup?
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we're back with the grand final here of the Season 1 championship. I have swapped out casters in real life, but of course not in the deck as I should have. I'm going to update that right now. There you go, Elmo, Mr. Tickle-me-Elmo from the Mean Girls squad we saw playing earlier. How are you doing today, Elmo?
Oh, just peachy other than losing.
No, it was a great battle. You guys had that 5-4, 5-4 series at the end there, still taking 3rd place. I mean, you guys had a fantastic run through that first set of matchups, and it's been a crazy day of Snapshot. Anything, from your side, what have you sort of enjoyed the most about this day of matchups?
Well, my captain's going to hate me for saying it, but I do love the amount of Snake Maze that we've seen. That is, without a doubt, the people's champion map. It's absolute chaos on that map, and it really highlights gunfighting abilities and skills. Most of the other maps are kind of traditional layouts where they rely a little bit more on team fighting, holding lanes and kind of really kind of strategically dissecting a field. But Snake Maze, anything can happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been a great series. Unfortunately, as you see there, the band from Whiskey Tango Foxtrot are our favorites for this championship. Is banning Snake Maze, and Serial Thrillers have opted to ban World Cup 2010, with World Cup 2020 being the first map. But before we get ourselves into this first map, let's talk about the prizing. We've been going so hard and so fast in the paint, as they say. We've not stopped to talk about the wonderful prizes people are going to be getting for participating today. So, the grand champions of this match, and of course of the championship as a whole, they get $300 in cash provided to us by ProTube VR. They get a HyperX Cloud earbuds. They get VR cover kits, and they each get a Viveport 3-month subscription from our Viveport sponsor. So big shout out to those sponsors for that grand champion prize. Second place, whoever comes out, not quite on top, but almost, will be getting $200 from the ProTube folks and another 5 Viveport subscriptions. So not bad for a second place, to be honest with you. And of course, third place, Elmo here, already a recipient of this, just a 5 pack of those Viveport subscriptions as well. So big shout out to Viveport for providing something for everybody in our top 3, and of course to ProTube VR Cover and HyperX for providing the rest of the prizing. So that is what we're going to be playing for here today, but you're tired of listening to me talk. You want to see some Snapshot action. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to a real brief 60-second or so intermission, and we're going to get all of these guys in the lobby set up, ready to go, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes with the grand finals of the Season 1 Snapshot VRML Championships. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see me pressing the start button. We're ready for the grand finals. Elmo, are you ready to see what these teams have in store for us?
Oh, absolutely. WTF has been a dominant force all season, and the Serial Thrillers, like I said, some of the most experienced players all the way around in Snapshot in general, so absolutely should be a great match.
Yeah, let's see how this first break goes as we get into this championship final. A nice little slide out there into the Aztec by Grihas. Gets him out
All 4
wide.
bodies alive, but Bushido coming up the middle, able to pinch a guy out, and Mutiny gets the kill from the smoke there.
Oh, and Bushido on the sweep finds 3 on that middle push. He had that perfect coverage from that W on the snake side over his shoulder, allowing that center pressure to come through, and he's able to pick up a nice 3-piece there in the first round.
And that really is Bushido's strong suit. We do see him with that strong center, super aggressive center play, very consistently.
Yeah, when he's able to get up in there, he does so much damage. We saw him struggling with it earlier on in the series. And a nice clean break for both teams here in the second round.
Hyper conservative. Nobody wants to make any mistakes in the finals.
First pick goes out. Grihas down in the temple. Here's Bushido on that middle push again. Is he going to find Chill Switch? He does find the back of one. Evan going down on the inside, and at home, there is nobody left as Bushido cleans up the last pick, and they go up 2-0 on this series.
Well, I mean, I know they're up 2-0, but Serial Thrillers are certainly no slouch. I definitely think, you know, if they can kind of isolate Bushido, keep him from pushing through the middle, you know, just keep those guns crossed coming up the middle. It'll really strengthen their game here. They're getting out alive. Well, as I say that.
Yeah, Chill Switch not able to get out alive there, and Evan going down on the can at home, leaving just Aiden and Grihas here. Bushido's center play not working out there, and that's what they need. This is the kind of equalization they're looking for. Grihas on D1, applying that pressure onto Fab. They've got the crossfire. It's a 2v1. Fab does have quite a bit of work cut out for him here as now Aiden charges up to the middle.
Well, Fab is a very tall player, so he's might have a little difficulty playing out of that shorter bunker.
Yeah, he does manage to find one. He's trying to get the lean. Aiden going for the rotation. This is the right call here, getting out of that pressure zone. Fab is very easily identified in his spot, but he walks right out into that stream of fire, and a great hold by Fab there. I mean, didn't even have to move, you know?
No, and it really goes to show you how valuable it is to keep your gun rolling at all times. There's no way he could have known that Aiden was about to run right there, but he just shot paint randomly, and sure enough, was able to pick him up.
Yeah, holding that lane was very, I mean, not going snake there, I think, was a bit of a mistake, and Bushido going out early is huge again. Can they capitalize on this as another one goes out on that side? Now we've got
Aiden dying.
Chill Switch under pressure from 2, but Mutiny picked up on that refrag by Evan, and here comes the push from Checkmate on the inside. Evan does manage to scoop him up and put it into a 1v1.
Evan might be one of the most underestimated players on this field. He's relatively young in real life as well, and relatively inexperienced in the game, but we've definitely seen him pull off some 2-on-1s, things like that before. Unfortunate that he couldn't pick that one up there. Fab, with a little bit more experience, able to kind of predict where he was going to be.
And this WTF squad rolling through this first map, and, you know, this is kind of a repeat of what we saw earlier in this matchup. Serial Thrillers got knocked down. They're not really able to find much purchase in the middle of the map, and losing the 2 there, for example, a huge pickup. Again, Bushido going out in the center, but now Mutiny has the pressure on the Snake side, and that's going to cost them 1 man, and the second goes down, and we're down and out of the first map. WTF charging through to a 5-0 victory here. We're seeing a repeat of that first matchup that they've got.
Those off-the-break kills are absolutely clutch, and Fab with a literally flawless game, going 9-0, absolutely astounding. And that's the thing about WTF is, you know, we talk a lot about Bushido with some of his superstar plays, but he's got a very solid roster behind him that's able to actually capitalize on those plays.
Yeah, they've had a really, really good set. Let's hear from the teams real fast. I'm sure it'll be loud and proud in here. Hey, how's everybody doing on that first match?
How's it going?
We're not going to intermission this time. We want to hear the teams in between these maps.
Bushido just reset.
Oh,
he's resetting.
Yeah, he'll be back. All right, how did that first map go? Are you guys feeling ready for map number 2? What's map number 2 going to be?
I don't know, the Chingling.
That's right, yeah, I'm good.
How about we go? Do you want Mike Papa Lima?
Ooh.
Mike Papa Lima.
All right, there it is. MPPL 2020 will be the map for map
Is there an
number
MPPL
2.
2021?
You know, to be honest, we haven't played this map in so long, besides, I think, Mean Girls.
I know.
Yeah, that was the last time. 2021?
Very exciting stuff. All right, guys, we're going to get ourselves prepped and ready to go. I'm getting out of this voice channel. We got guns up. Everybody good? Guns up. Yeah, we're ready to go. All right, folks, I think it's time for us to get into this second map and see what happens. Can Serial Thrillers hold on, or is Whiskey Tango Foxtrot your Season 1 champions of the Snapshot VRML? Let's find out as we dive in to map number 2. All right, MPPL 2020, a map we've seen, I think, 4 times now in this series. A pretty popular choice for these teams, and I want to say the choice for Serial Thrillers last time around, as well as we see them going down quickly. Center push, just so explosive.
WTF had a very unconventional strategy off the break there. I don't know if you saw it, but at least 2 of their players didn't even have their guns up off break for a solid 2 or 3 seconds. And then they kind of launched up the middle. So I'm not really sure what their plan was there, but apparently it worked for them.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. Oh, actually, did we? We might have lost. We might have lost a couple of people. Oh, we didn't.
I think some people are.
We didn't update the map. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, you can't play on that map. We're gonna reset the map. We'll be right back, folks. Apologies. gameplay?
Because it should wipe the scoreboard.
All right. We are ready to go on the correct map this time. How many mistakes can Noman make today is the theme of Snapshot VRML Finals. But we're in gameplay. We can see it. The map is correct. The teams are in. And we are now underway on the actual second map. Grihas not able to make that D1 slide work.
Bushido already up in the 50, already going onto the opponent's side of the field. Able to pick up a body, but then dies to Evan, the youngster. Interesting stat from the chat. It sounds like Evan already had 33 kills going into this match. So that's right up there with the top golden guns we'll call them.
Yeah, that is pretty good statistics. We did get those pulled pre-finals. See if I can pull those up and just rattle off a couple as we load into this next map. Yeah, we've got Shiva, the kill leader as of the final start, so not including this match. He had 69 kills, Elmo with 46, Take That with 35, Chill Switch with 34, and Evan with 33. So top 5 on the board. Mutiny going out quick. A beautiful shot from that D1, making it a 3-3. It's a full-on trade.
Bushido goes in, makes it a 2-2. And it comes down to Evan and Aiden, the two youngsters. One more trade.
It's all been trades in this second round so far. As Fab tucked in behind the Aztec
Aiden gets
here.
his chance at vengeance here.
He's looking for it. He sees that cross. Doesn't know exactly where he went. The pressure coming in. And the shot to the chest does work out in the favor of Serial Thrillers.
That was a clean snap. Exactly what you like to see. I think he only even shot twice. He was that confident in it. He was like, oh, nope, I win.
All right, let's get ourselves into this third round and see if Serial Thrillers can keep the pressure on. Grihas again with that D1 slide, not working out. A great shot. I think that was Mutiny that got him there, and Chill Switch trading out. Evan being lost early on, and Aiden not able to hang on for that heavy Whiskey Tango Foxtrot pressure coming up that middle snake side.
Well, that's Bushido again. I mean, he is just an absolute wrecking ball. If you let him loose in the center of the field, he's going to come in and do damage. Very interesting to me that Serial Thrillers seem to be stacking the D side. It looks like they're putting 3 of their 4 players on that D side. And does not appear to be working out for him very well.
I think that was a team kill on the side of Serial Thrillers. Not what you want to see right on break. Mutiny gets caught in the head for his troubles as Aiden peeks up over the temple. Bushido on that center push does manage a trade and leaves Aiden all by himself here, dealing with 2 as the shots rain in.
There we go. Fab saw it. I was going to say, they were both shooting the same side of the bunker, trying to make him get a little small, but that's not the way to do it. You got to kind of spread the field on him and then, widen the angles and not give him anywhere to hide.
He's got the peaks, but not quite enough as Fab gets the look. Nice little center push there. Good control all the way up that center of the map, keeping him tucked in. A really, really nice job. Whew.
Not a whole lot of room to live there.
And let's see what happens here in our 5th round.
Looks like they're kind of reshuffling on the Serial Thrillers side. Going 2-2 here.
Well, they did manage to get a clean break. Nobody lost early on. Here's Bushido on the center push, but now punished.
Oh, and they catch him. Let's see if they can punish it.
Greenhouse going out as well. Chill Switch not able to duck in time. Fab with a nice little lean peek there from the snake side, able to find one. Now Aiden under pressure in D1 as Evan goes down in center. Checkmate the trade out. It's a 1v2. Mutiny finds the shots and makes it a 4-1.
I mean, even with being able to take Bushido out of the game, just WTF is playing so tight to their bunkers and just absolutely punishing any players to try and get out wide. Any move is just absolutely shut down for the Serial Thrillers.
It is going to be quite a match here. I do want to remind folks, even though the scoreboard wasn't set up for it, but it is a best of 5 as 2 get traded out there. Bushido on that center push does manage to find one on the snake side. The Dorito tucked in. Aiden not able to deal with the pressure. And it's a 1-5 going the way
Second
of
map.
Whiskey. Yeah, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot taking 2 maps in a row, but we have got several maps to go still as we pop back into the correctly populated scoreboard here with the best of 5 standings up and at 'em. So, I mean, this is, you know, such an intense fight, and they've already had this fight before, Serial Thrillers. What do they need to shift in order to make this work for them, do you think, Elmo?
Well, I mean, it's difficult. It's very, very difficult. They're playing against a hyper-conservative team. In real-life paintball, you call this kind of pocket play, where you don't break out very wide. You shoot very, very consistent lanes, and the nature of Snapshot makes that very, very conducive to winning. Like I said, they've kind of defined the meta of this season. If you watch the intro, they've kind of shaped the way that it's played. So, to be honest, you kind of almost have to match them and beat them at their own game. With that strong center play from Bushido, you have to shut him down. You have to cross up, watch the middle, and not let him get out wide on you. And to be honest, the guys from Whiskey Tango Foxtrot are really experienced at it. Everybody else is just kind of playing catch up at this point.
Yeah, it's been such a good series so far. We're gonna get these assets up and running, and then let's check in with the teams and see how things are going here. Hey guys, good second map. Remember, this is a best of 5, so we have got quite a few maps left to go potentially. What is the map 3 choice?
Get wide.
Get wide.
Get wide. All right, we'll make sure that is the map that we are loaded into here first. Wide is loaded. There you go. Make sure everybody can see it. All right.
I think so.
Double check.
I don't know. It looks like
Looks like World Cup 2020.
All right, it's looking good on this side. Well, we're gonna get back to our fans, and I will start the game once I see all the guns up here. And
we
I
only have
announce
haters,
it.
no fans. Guns up.
All right, beautiful, beautiful stuff. All right, good luck, guys. All right, we're gonna pop ourselves back out into the map and the field, and we're gonna get ourselves into the map 3 choice. There you go. You can see it updating there on the scoreboard. Get wide in large letters, ready to go. Let's dive into gameplay. Let's get ourselves underway here in map number 3.
Kind of interesting side note, there are actually 2 maps that were not made as paintball-specific maps, but actually designed from the ground up for Snapshot VR. Snake Maze and Get Wide. So this is actually a user-created map.
Ooh, a user-created map that is punishing the Serial Thrillers, losing 2 there early on break as Bushido playing the snakes this time. Lots of pressure as he finds another. Krihas now tucked in behind this W. Just too many shots to deal with. Excellent coverage by that WTF squad.
Well, and Bushido wrapping around that brick as well, coming up past that Snake 50. I mean, he's completely blind to it from that mini wall. That is a very tough angle to defend.
Really, really excellent plays we've seen from this WTF squad. No surprise that they have been a serious contender for this cup all along, but Serial Thrillers are not out yet. Map 3 still running, and a nice break. Early on, they do lose the 1, and they do get Bushido, and that's huge.
Absolutely. And he just got lazy there. He just stood up out of his bunker just a millimeter too high, and that's all it took.
It's just a lot of tucked in play. Grihas keeping the pressure there on that sort of D1W side, trying to keep all of this tucked in, but we haven't seen a lot of Serial Thrillers have not been closing the gap in the middle there, and as they try, they get picked up for their troubles, leaving just Aiden there on the D1. He does manage to scoop one up, but he's got 2 more to go.
I do like the move from Chill Switch into the Snake, but he was playing it just a little too wide, and against Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, you just can't. You can't give him an inch.
No, absolutely not. That D1 play punishing him in the end. Not quite enough cover, trying to get back to home, cover that Snake. It just wasn't enough. And now they're up 2-0. This WTF squad. Can Serial Thrillers put something together, or will this be a clean sweep for the WTF squad?
Mosquito coming out wide, dipping down low into that, what we call the God bunker, the snake insert. And he's already into the snake, 10 seconds into the point.
And he is applying heavy pressure, but Aiden with a nice little shot from home, able to deal with him, not able to deal with Mutiny on that nice little additional. But you just don't expect somebody else to swing out, you know, that close to a kill. But they're really capitalizing on field position when they can.
Well, Snapshot is a game of aggression, and Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is absolutely demonstrating that. They're absolutely putting every inch of pressure that they can on the serial thrillers.
Well, a good break there for serial thrillers, managing to pick up 2. Bushido now out that snake side, a little bit less pressure, but Aiden picked up at home there by Fab. Nice long shot around the thing. Grihas dying to the can. Just chill switch left on the snake, and the headshot from Mutiny will knock him down and out, putting them on a 4-0 on a map and series point here. A dominant WTF squad, Elmo.
The serial thrillers fighting for their lives and fighting to stay alive at this point. Every single point claws them back into this, but it is not looking great.
And they have had a good series, fighting their way up from that lower bracket. They have had no easy games today.
Absolutely.
And they're not having an easy one here as they're down to 2. Bushido does go down to Aiden.
Again?
Yeah, he's got that lane coverage. Oh, and Chill Switch swings out a little too quickly. Mutiny with the trade. Now it's checkmate on the inside. He does not have him identified, and that is a 5-0 sweep for WTF. What a series. What a series, Elmo, we have watched here today.
The entire tournament has been some of the highest level play that we've seen all the way around. Definitely looking forward to seeing what Season 2 brings. I know there's a lot of people waiting in the wings trying to get on teams right now, so it should be absolutely astounding. If this is the level of play now in Season 1, imagine as the league continues to grow, it's going to be absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it has been a really, really great series. We're going to wait for some statistics to come up from Jesse here that I'll talk about before we sign off. But let's join the voice chat and see how our teams are feeling. So let's break this down quick and easy. Serial thrillers, commiserations, but a fantastic game that you guys played here today. How are you feeling, you know?
I'm feeling fantastic.
AFK.
I mean, where do you guys feel like you struggled a little bit in that final series?
We don't play enough.
Yeah, experience is important in a game like this, and you guys put up quite a fight. I mean, fighting all the way back up from the lower brackets into this best of 5. You know, you're going up against some experienced and heavy players. What do you guys feel like you're going to do for next season to improve your chances of making that final top spot?
Well, playing more would definitely help. Honestly, that's like the biggest thing. If we played more, I think that would help a lot. I mean, 3 of the people on the team have been playing for a very long time. Me, Chill, and Greenhouse have been playing for a very long time. But I think we just need to play more public lobbies and all that. Maybe laning more. I think laning is probably a big thing. Holding our lanes and staying in off break too.
Yeah, you guys struggled a little bit on break, definitely in that set of series that we watched. I mean, it was, you had to deal with the likes of Bushido in the middle, and he has just been a force this whole series. So, but hey, you know what? Second place, you can't shake a finger at it. It's a fantastic placement. You guys played really well.
We did better than we thought we were going to, honestly.
Yeah, that was an excellent series to watch. I mean, congratulations on your second place, and we hope to see you in that next season of Snapshot, fighting for that #1 spot again. Thank you guys for playing, and let's check in with our victors here, our winners, the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot squad. How are you guys feeling after that match?
Feeling great, man. Great.
Good.
Refreshed.
Hey, congrats to Serial Thrillers, man. They put on a good fight, and no offense, we were surprised to see them in the finals, and I mean, I think they would agree. They said that, they didn't expect to come this far, but we were stoked to see them, and And they put up a good fight. We love playing against those dudes. They're a good group of guys for sure. So.
Yeah, you guys had some insane plays. We caught a lot on replays. Like Bushido, the center play, the aggression, you're the kill leader, 69 kills for this setup.
Oh baby!
Yeah, he's got it.
Golden Barrel.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Shiva was the kill leader. My apologies. Sorry, that was I misspoke. 40. I read it wrong. Bushido is second on kill lead, 49 kills, but still a fantastic showing.
Damn.
What makes you such a successful team? You guys had this 10-1 season leading up into the championships. What do you think really contributed to your success as players and as a team?
Camaraderie.
Yeah, we're consistently practicing.
Yeah, so playtime in the game. Is there, like a recommendation for newer folks who might be watching that you can give them a pointer or a tip on, getting them to a level where they compete with you more frequently and a lot closer?
Don't give up. Come play with us.
Yeah, just come play. We're always on
with anybody. We're on all the time, and just come play with us, and you're gonna get better. And we'll tell you everything we know. The way to get better is to get beat and beat and beat until you figure out what you're doing wrong, and then beat them.
I love it. I love that. All right. Well, congratulations on being the #1 team in the Snapshot VRML Season 1. You are the champions. Very exciting stuff.
Let's go, boys.
Hopefully we'll see you back in the next season. I'm going to rattle off some statistics for the stream, but I will pop out of the voice chat while I do that. So tune into the stream if you want to hear some of these neat little statistics for the finals.
Just like staring into my
of the cast. All right, folks, we're going to go through some of the stats provided to us by the developers. Thank you to Jesse and the Giant Scam folks, Jesse and Tanner, the Giant Scam folks, for giving us all of this neat information. So, your kill leaders, we're going to go through top 5s of each one of these categories. Shiva, 69 kills. Bushido, 49. Checkmate, 47. Tickle-me-Elmo, our resident caster extraordinaire for the finals here, with 46. Fab picking up 42. So that is the top 5 in kills. In KD, Fab holding on to a quite respectable 3.2 KD ratio. So although 5th in the kill lead, was #1 in KD ratio. Mutiny taking up 2nd spot there, 40 and 18, 2.2 KD ratio. Checkmate with a 1.8, Shiva with a 1.7, and Bushido taking the 5th spot with a 1.4. A really excellent set of KDs there. Talking about headshot kills, the headshot kill leaders for this series. Now, again, this is across the entire championship. Take that, 14 headshots. Chill Switch with 13. Mutiny tie for 2nd place with 13. Fab with 12. Tech Boy, Jesse, our resident developer and statistician, picked up 11. And Shiva has 5th place with 10, tied with Checkmate. And of course, the maps played. We had 4 MPPLs, 4 NXL Spain 2020s, 3 World Cup 2020s, 3 Snake Mazes, 2 Get Wides, 2 World Cup 2010s, and a single Snake Shot. So, awesome stats there. Awesome gameplay. Elmo, do you have anything else that you want to say to the folks watching?
Come on out.
Yeah.
It's a great league. Most of those guys are playing every night. I think it's available as a trial on Viveport Infinity right now. I can confirm that with devs here in a minute, but the last time I checked, it was. So that's actually super awesome. You can come out and try the game literally for free for 2 weeks. And most of these guys are out there practicing every night. So all of these professional players that you see are more than happy to get you into the game, show you all the tips. Everybody's super friendly. It's a great community.
Yeah, it was a really, really great set to watch. Really, really fun community. I mean, just everybody is so friendly and so fun to play with, and the Discord's always active. It has been an honor to cast this Season 1, the inaugural season. We had a preseason, of course, that ran before this, but this is for all the marbles, and so I want to say a big thank you to the Giant Scam folks for making a great game and for being so involved with the community in the VRML. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, of course. Without them, we wouldn't have all these cool prizes to give away. So shout outs to ProTube, HyperX VR Cover, and Viveport for providing some amazing prizes here for everybody. And of course, I want to give a shout out to the rest of the VRML. Thank you to everybody for everything that you've done, for playing in the league, for spreading the love about the league. Hopefully you will share these awesome games with your friends and family and get them involved. Hopefully we'll be seeing a bigger influx of player base on a new platform at some point, question mark. I'm gonna put that on Giant Scam, just gonna throw it out there. Not gonna say which platform, but there's not that many to choose from. Anyway, there's a lot of good opportunities there. I think this game would be really fun on that nondescript platform that I refuse to say out loud. But yeah, it's been a fantastic series. I have had a great time. I want to thank Elmo for joining me on the casting desk there for the finals, and of course Nightfire for joining me for the early series. But that is going to do it for us here on the desk. What I'm going to do, let me see if this actually works, since we're kind of in the chill stage of this wind down. I'm going to see if the highlight reel works. And
never hurts to give it a go.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot here. Hold on, I know the highlight reel is a little wonky sometimes, so let me see if I can fix this incorrect highlight reel. But let's go through some of these highlights real fast. No, highlight reel does not want to work. Unfortunate. But we'll get those clips out to everybody. We've got the intro going out on socials as well. Yeah, awesome plays, awesome clips. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. But we'll roll credits, and we will see you in Season 2 of Snapshot VRML. Date to be announced, but stay tuned, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Have a good night, everybody.
Take care.